Okay, so this is Dr. Joseph Anton. I'm here with L-Nutra, and I'm the CEO of the company. I've just a couple of words about myself. I spent the last 25 years of my life trying to change the sick care model system that we have to a healthcare model. I'm an MD PhD with 2 masters in health. I've lived all my life within health, Harvard and Hopkins, but I was just trained like most doctors to diagnose a disease, give a pill, and then 2 pills, and then 3 pills, and then 5 pills, and then symptoms, and then complications, and then death. And I wanted to be a cardiologist, and again, I was really blessed to be at Harvard, to have a great career in front of me, and I just learned that medicine, the way it is just giving people pills and tell them that they suffer from something called a chronic disease. And some chronic diseases are difficult to reverse. But today, in particular, we're going to focus on diabetes because it's a very reversible condition. It comes from lifestyle. In most cases, there's definitely genetic predisposition, but it's a combination of lifestyle and aging. And I'm going to say a lot more, but I just want to first welcome here Kristie, who's one of the first patients in diabetes that started our program, the Diabetes Regression and Remission program. And it's a nutrition technology-based program. We're going to talk about how we discovered the fasting mimicking diet and how this program has started to change your life, Kristie, but I want to hear it from you. I don't know, Kristie, I'm talking to her for the first time now. We just met, what, 1 minute ago? Yeah. And then she started going, and I was like, Kristie, stop, we're going to capture this on camera because this is authentic. And I really want to hear from you, your story and what perspective medicine gave you on diabetes, and what perspective now you have that you started the L-Nutra Diabetes Remission and Regression program. So Kristie, yes, a few words about yourself, and then I'll be interjecting a little bit to explain to people what the program is about, why to do this program, and what's the breakthrough here. We think we are the first true intervention that can help people go backwards from diabetes, and we're going to talk all about this. So take it from here, Kristie.
Absolutely. So where do you want me to start? A little bit about me?
Yeah.
Okay. So my name is Kristie Sperling. I am 49 years old. I don't care. I don't mind sharing that. Diabetes runs in my family, and I saw my parents struggle, and I'm struggling, and my sister, who is very petite and exercises, we're 2 very different body types, and she is now like borderline diabetic. And I thought this was going to be something that was just going to be my lot in life, my curse or cross I'd have to bear.
We're doomed, right? And we call it the learned helplessness, like we're doomed forever to be with diabetes.
Yes. I mean, it's like like not just my mom, but my mom and dad have both big families. So aunties, cousins, like we all diabetic. And so I'm Filipino, and my culture is surrounded by food, and not very healthy food, and it's but that's how we celebrate it. And it's a struggle. It's a hard thing because it's so ingrained in us. And so it was a lifestyle change. It was a shift that I had to learn. And so
how did you learn about the L-Nutra Health for Diabetes? How did you learn about the program?
Yeah, so I had a girlfriend who sees Dr. Jeff Grimm, his bio lounge, goes to his facility, and there happened to be a flyer about this program, and she knows I'm diabetic, and she's seen my struggle, and my friends have been amazing in trying to support me, and so she's like, hey, I have a friend.
Dr. Jeff Grimm, is he based in Oregon?
Yes.
Is the same Dr. Grimm? And it's a wonderful human being that has been on the forefront of aging, longevity,
yes,
and integrative medicine, which
I'm super excited because there are other things I want to talk to him about. So this was just the main thing. So I looked at the information, and I did some research about L-Nutra and some of the research that went behind it, and I was intrigued. And I've been on several diets and several programs, and none of them stuck. None of them, some moved the needle, but not for very long. So I figured I'm 49. I've got to do something. I made a commitment to myself that this would be my my fit to 50. So I'm 49, and I thought this is going to be the year I want to be my best at when I turn 50. So I went in right away. Like I called Dr. Grimm's office, and I said, hey, I want to sign up for this. So I was the first one, and they're like, okay, we'll get you situated.
That was in May 2023, you mentioned?
Yes, May of this year. And so I got connected.
We're recording this, we're October 10th. So it's been what, 6 months?
Yes, 6 months. So I made that contact and got in contact with L-Nutra, and received my well, I had my consultation with Dr. Grimm, and he answered all of my questions, and got me kind of situated and in a good frame of mind, because I also at that point was reading up on intermittent fasting, and he said if you add that along with the program that we're talking about, it's just another tool for you. And I said, okay, great. So I started the week before I started my first box. I started the intermittent fasting, and I had lost 4 pounds, and I was floored because I had heard of intermittent fasting. I just thought it was another fad that I'm like, I don't want to jump on another bandwagon. So I never really gave it a shot. So I did it for a week, and I'm like, are you kidding me? How do I lose 4 pounds? Like, if I knew it was this easy, I should have started sooner. So my box comes, and it's, the fasting mimicking diet box with everything that you need in it from day 1 to day 5. I got all my videos to watch daily and my questionnaires to fill out every day. And I have to admit that first week was challenging. It's very calorie restrictive, but the food was great. Like, I love the soups. They're my favorite thing. I've asked my coach if at all possible we could buy the soups. I mean, I would love to have it if it's like if I'm on the go or I'm traveling and it's something that you can make really quick and put it in a thermos, because they were my lifeline during that week, because I would just look forward to like, oh, my soup. I can't wait to have my soup for that week. So I found it to be super easy. I'm a girl that likes to check off boxes, like, go through. And if you tell me everything I need to do step by step, check off a box, like, I'm good to go. So to follow the program during that week, super easy, super easy.
It's just 5 days, right? So
5 days.
Explain here for people listening to us for the first time. The program consists of a 5-day box of food that you will receive at your home. It has box for day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and day 5. And these boxes contain all the foods and the minerals and the vitamins and the drinks that you take for that day. And to zoom out, there's 23 years of science behind this box. And this is I was telling Kristie, like, it's like today is a big day in our life as professionals, because we spent 2 decades in the science to get to this box. So the secret about the box that Kristie is talking about, the food in this box, it's all plant-based, premium ingredients, natural, no chemicals, no additive, 100% vegan. So it's one of the healthiest food to start with. But it was specifically studied and tested in 18 universities: Stanford, University of Southern California, UCLA, Mayo Clinic, University of Miami, University of Palermo, University of Leiden, University of Heidelberg. Is 18 universities that spent 2 decades to study the food formulation that you would consume for 5 days, but your cells and your metabolism, they think they're fasting. So basically, when you're eating 5 days of this food, your body thinks you're fasting for 5 days. And guess what? Diabetes is a lifestyle of overeating and insulin resistance. What is the fastest way to bring the body out of it? Is by giving the opposite of overeating and constant eating, is by fasting. So the secret here, there's 3 secrets in this box. The first secret is it gives you the benefits of prolonged fasting. What Dr. Grimm tried to explain to you, Kristie, is that intermittent fasting, if you want to skip the breakfast or take a little bit longer time to eat the next meal, it will help you, right? it's passing more time without taking calories in. But the magic in this box, it's giving you 5 days of a simulated fast while you're eating. So the body's eating. And the importance there is that your body pulls back very fast from all this fat storage, inflammation, and aging. And what we have shown is that the first 2 days you lose weight very fast. Then on day 3 to 5, the cells started to rejuvenate. That's secret number 2. This diet is about metabolic reset, but very important cellular rejuvenation. So the body thinks you're in a crisis. And the first 2 days, there's enough storage, enough fat to go tap into, enough glycogen. And then on day 3, the body says it's a crisis. That's why you said, hey, it wasn't easy the first time. On day 3, your body is telling the cells, hey, bankruptcy, we cannot feed you any longer. We think we're fasting for 3 days. And the body tells the cells, you have to fix yourself. You have to rejuvenate. It's a process called autophagy. And it won the Nobel Prize in Medicine in 2016. It's a big discovery in medicine that the cells can rejuvenate. When they rejuvenate, they're a little bit younger. This is so important because diabetes is a combination of, yes, lifestyle and overeating, but it's an aging disease, right? When you were 30 and when you were 25, you were also eating, but you didn't have diabetes because you had enough young cells and high metabolism to deal with it. Now, the more you age, the more you see your cholesterol going up, your blood sugar going up, your blood pressure going up. And all of us see that. And the secret there is that cells are aged. Your body deals less effectively with aging. And women hits a big wall with menopause there, and they actually go south even faster. So the number one secret that the 5-day fasting Dominican diet unlocks is this cellular rejuvenation. Number one, metabolic reset. So we pull you away from fast. Of course, the opposite of overeating is fasting. So the metabolic reset is there. Then you have the cellular rejuvenation. The number 3 secret, the big one, is muscle protection. You've done so many diets. Every time you do the diet, your metabolic everyday's diet, right? The traditional ones, and your body loses muscle and fat. And the day you stop, you gain back the weight much faster, right? This is what's happening to you. We call it the yo-yo effect. Why? Because your metabolic rate slowed down, your muscles slowed down. Muscle burns carbs the fastest. And when the muscle is decreasing, when you do chronic calorie restriction, then you gain back the fat. When you stop dieting, you get it back. And today, unfortunately, the injectables that we have, the Ozempics, the Wegovy, it's the same story. You lose fat, but then you lose muscle. By the way, 20 to 30% of the loss of weight with Wegovy and Ozempic is muscle-based. This is why they didn't reverse diabetes. Everyone is taking them now for weight loss. Well, they've been approved by the FDA since 2017, and we didn't reverse diabetes. It's the same problem. You lose muscle and you lose fat, but then the day you stop them, you gain the fat even faster and you go back into diabetes. So the biggest challenge that medicine couldn't unlock with diet or with the injectables and the diabetes medication is how to protect the muscle. Fasting turns out to protect the muscle because when you fast, it's the stress on the cells. You said, hey, day 3 was very difficult to continue. A hormone of stress is the growth hormone. Growth hormone tells the muscle to grow. And so with the fasting mimicking diet, the body is telling the muscle to grow. It's not fasting with water, it's fasting with food. So the muscle is seeing nutrients. That's the ingenuity of the diet. And then the growth hormone, the stress hormone are telling the muscle grow, grow, grow. So you're protecting lean body mass. So you're fixing insulin resistance, you're getting younger by rejuvenating your cells, and you're protecting your muscle. And that's the secret, how 5 days only per month. And I'll let you go and continue describing yours. So there's no change in lifestyle. There's no everyday diet. There's no extra thing you need to do. We never ask you to exercise. We never ask you to do other stuff. But 5 days of fasting, what the science has uncovered for 20 years and now published in multiple articles. And we got granted the diabetes patent in the US, treatment of diabetes. And we just got the European one yesterday.
Oh, wow.
And so now we're patented across both continents for treating diabetes on the nutrition. This is the first nutrition technology that is doing better, even equal or better than current medication. So I'll pause here. I just wanted to intervene to explain how the program works. We give you your dietitian, we'll give you 5 days, and then we send you back to your doctor. Or we also have some doctors if you want to work with ours. So you can go and work with your doctor or you work with ours. And every 3 months, meaning just 15 days, 5 days, month one, 5 days, month two, 5 days, month three, you check in with your doctor. Then you go back, you do the next three months. And I want to hear your experience, what happened in your case.
Right. It's we'll go back through my first week. So it was rough. I haven't experienced anything, calorie restrictive like this. So day 3, yes, it started to get a little bit, my energy was a little low, a little foggy, but not like when I was doing like no carb dieting. My brain cells were, don't ask me any questions. Like I could not answer you, but here I felt like there was some thinking I could do it. But I got through it, and it wasn't too difficult. Day 5, when you feel like you want to cheat, the videos are amazing because it's like, day 5, you're here, you've made it. Don't give up now. You've come this far. Autophagy is still happening. You just stick with it. And so I did. So every that first week, I did it all. So on your off week, so the 3 weeks after that, you're supposed to follow a Mediterranean diet, no meat, chicken and seafood, yes, lots of fresh fruits and vegetables. And I followed it for the most part. I'll admit I was not perfect. Okay. So I did still celebrate, parties. I did, still go out. I had an occasional drink. I did not deprive myself at all. And I still had results, like pretty amazing results. Like the results that I wouldn't have believed it if I wasn't the one experiencing it. So the second round I did, it was similar to the first, still a little rough around day 3, day 4. In the questionnaire, it asks you, are you feeling energetic? And how would I feel energetic? Like it always surprised me, that question. But I have to,
because
yes.
Some people start doing autophagy as of day 2 and 3, and by day 4 and 5, they're feeling the energy very high. In your case, and in a lot of diabetic case, and especially if they carry a little bit of overweight, they don't get through the diabetes crisis up until day 3 and 4, and they only feel the high energy. Like in your case, probably you felt the good energy on day 6, 7, or 8. Afterwards, we were like, wow, I feel rejuvenated and I feel with high energy.
Now that you say that, probably, but then I didn't realize it was the effects from the 5 days prior. I thought it was because I was eating again.
Yeah.
But I will, gosh, I don't know if I should fast forward because I just finished my 5th round. So this round was unlike any other because, they tell you, no heavy exercise, just, light walks, keep it simple. And I had friends in town. We didn't want to go. I told them I didn't want to eat because I was fasting. So we went on a 5-mile hike. I went on a 4-mile walk with the dogs that was day 2 and day 3. And I did like a HIIT class, a high intensity interval class on day 4, just because I was going to be stopping my classes and I really wanted to go to this class, and I had the energy to do it. I couldn't believe it. This was the first time I was able to say, yes, I had high energy. I was feeling amazing. I couldn't believe it.
And this is exactly what we see. Every time you do it, we say you're more metabolically flexible, meaning your body knows how to go into fasting and rejuvenate the cells faster and lives on ketones faster so we call this metabolic flexibility. So we see in statistics, most people is safe. The difficulty is 7/10 the first cycle. It goes to 5 to 6/10. And then the more you do it, then it becomes very easy. And then it becomes likable. It's like, hey, where is my new round? And it's just very easy. I just do it. It's structured, easy to do it, and I just go with it.
100%. 100%. It's so easy now. I don't even think about it.
So you've done 5 cycles already?
I've done 5 cycles, yes.
And can you talk a little bit about medication? How many pills you were on
Yes.
when you started? Is that the same number of pills? What happened in your case?
It's a great question. So I started with, I guess it's 1,000 milligrams of metformin, and I'm taking also a statin with that. So, so that's 2 500 milligram tablets I have been taking for the past year. And so I started in May, June, July, August. I had blood work done, and my A1Cs in May was at 6.7. In August, it went to 6.1, and it hasn't been 6.1 since 2016. And my doctor, Dr. Jeff, said she can go down to 1 pill now. So, one 500 milligram metformin pill. So now I just take one of that and my statin. And that was my goal. My goal was not weight loss, not, it was to bring down my A1C and to get off medication. That's what I made my goal.
Is your goal to be off medication?
Yes, that is it. That was my number one goal, was to be completely off medication.
Has anyone told you before that one day you'll be off diabetes medication or
No.
Yeah,
No.
Because in traditional medicine, they train us, it's a progressive disease, right? You're just gonna add more and add more and add more.
Well, I did ask my my primary care if this would be forever, and she said, well, if you get your A1Cs down, then it won't be. But they don't tell you how to get your A1Cs down. Like that was my struggle, is trying to get to move that needle.
My second question is, do you feel younger? Do you feel more energetic and younger?
You know, I kind of do, because I want to. I feel like I get up in the morning, I have energy. I want to go take the dogs for a walk. I want to move. And I've heard my friends talk about that. Like, I can't just sit around. I need to move. And before I would just be like, oh, I could easily just sit around. That's fine. But I feel like I want to be active. So I feel like that. Yeah, that's a younger mindset.
One of the biggest benefit of the prolonged fast is that cellular rejuvenation and getting the biological age younger. It's one of the biggest secrets. This is not a calorie counting for the fasting mimicking diet. This is resetting your metabolism, resetting your cells, and protecting your muscle. That trio is this is why I'm asking about energy, activity, and you're expressing those. And number 3, are you feeling happier and more confident that you can defeat the disease?
It's funny. I actually am. So, and I find it funny because, unfortunately, a week and a half ago, I was let go from my job. So I'm experiencing a layoff, and normally I would be depressed and, concerned about what I was going to do next. But you know what? I kind of took it as, it's fine. I didn't really, that was not my passion, my job. So I just flipped it around and like, maybe I'll look at something, different, different direction, different market. And I could concentrate more on all of the things that I want to do to help with the program and make it more, just be more successful. So I didn't feel sad or emotional about it. I really do feel super positive. I feel like it's hard not to be. Like, I'm really happy. I'm lucky. I feel like it's a blessing. I kind of want to shout from the rooftops, because I have friends asking me, what are you doing? You've lost weight, or you look different. Like, what's going on? And I've been able to share my story, and it's been, I love it. Actually, my girlfriends are really sweet. When I do a fasting week, they're like, maybe we should do it with you sometime. So they can support me. And I like, yeah, it would be.
You can comment on the skin, on your skin change.
The skin is, I noticed that after the first or second round, and I have a skin routine, and I'm like, wow, I thought it was a new cream that I was using, but I'm like, it's not. It looks dewier. It looks like a little more plump.
We went and did a full clinical trial on women, mid-aged women doing the fasting mimicking diet just for the skin. And then it showed statistically significant better glow, better hydration, composition, less waveness, and an increased confidence and happiness into just on its own, because skin is the largest organ. And when the cells rejuvenate under fasting, skin rejuvenates with it. And we use a lot of creams and they're just on the face. How about your body? How about your arms? How about anything else? And the creams will never rejuvenate cells. We know that. So this is the first nutrition for skin rejuvenation. And we have even filed, patents on that. And it's just, we're getting all this. When the body gets younger, that's the biggest secret of healing, actually. We've always heard in the old wisdom, awakening the doctor from within, right? We have the doctor within, and we never brought back that doctor, that healing power of our young cells. And fasting seems to awaken that and induce that rejuvenation.
Who would have ever thought? Because I think people have this idea that fasting, if you fast like too much or for too long, when you start to eat again, you will gain twice as much weight back.
Yes, and Kristie, this is right, because remember, you didn't fast, you did a nutrition that gives you the benefits of the fat.
Yes.
If you do water fasting, you will lose some muscle because there's no nourishment to the muscle. You will slow down the metabolism because there's no push for the metabolism. You will actually feel very hungry, and you will binge eat after that.
Oh, yeah.
So it's really important here for anyone listening. Kristie did not do a water fast. Kristie did a nutrition program. You were eating for 5 days, but
it
you
was,
the benefits of fasting. This is all the blessing of actually the U.S. government stepped in, the National Institute of Health, and they gave us over $20 million in our research to discover the fasting mimicking nutrition, because fasting alone for a long period is not good. Your brain needs calories, your heart needs calories. So it's the balance, this nutritional formulation. This is why it took 2 decades to formulate, and now 200 patents and trials. It's how can we keep you fasting, but actually we're nourishing your cells. So you're doing a very healthy, very compliant, and very beneficial fast.
Right. I try to tell my friends it's a controlled fast, where my program keeps my my body in a fasting state. In a healthful way.
We're giving you plant-based proteins, we're giving you complex carbs, we're giving you the healthy fats, we're giving you minerals and nutrients. So it's a nourished fast. And this is why it's called the fasting mimicking diet. For those who want to read more about it, it's all summarized in this book, The Longevity Diet. And the author is Walter Longo. For those of you who don't know Walter, he's the head of the Longevity Institute at USC. He's, if you ask ChatGPT, he's the #1 longevity nutrition expert in the world and the #1 fasting expert in the world. He spent all his life studying fasting, and he invented the fasting mimicking diet with a lot of support, again, of 18 universities, of the National Institute of Health, and a lot of great people that all vested that effort to make this happen. I really recommend you buy this on Amazon or anywhere. And if you subscribe to our program, you'll get it with your box. It's called The Longevity Diet. It's a must read about how to do the right fasting. Because you're right, Kristie, if you do water fast for a long time, it's not good. So people get confused. This is a nourished fast. And this is why it's so powerful in this case.
Right.
So Kristie, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
If we're a small company, a small movement that has uncovered probably one of the most powerful intervention for diabetes. We call it diabetes regression, meaning going backward, needing less medication. You need less medication with us, or diabetes remission, meaning you need no more medication. You're on the way to remission. You just cut everything in half in 3 months. Hopefully the next time you go off medication.
Oh God, you just gave me the chills. I hope so. I hope so.
So we call this program Diabetes Regression and Remission Program. It's the first time we're using nutrition technology to be on the right side of history and help patients go off diabetes, right? So we're fighting with this with multi-billion-dollar companies. They want you to be on drugs all your life. We're fighting with a sick care system that makes money when you're sick. And so we want to rally a movement. We want to, you mentioned Dr. Grimm. He's one of the first doctors that believed in us. We mentioned you. And by the way, we've sold over 1 million fasting mimicking diet in the background. This is not just started yesterday, but we sold it for longevity, for other purposes. Now we're still in it for diabetes. But what is your message for people listening to you today? Should they try this? Should they believe in it? fellow
Oh gosh.
diabetics are listening here and doctors are listening to us, what is your recommendation?
My message is that, like, I'm with you, right? I have tried for years to move the needle, and this has been the one program that actually has. Now, we didn't talk about weight numbers, but I would like to do that, because that's where I think I'm going to get emotional, because in May, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I have no trouble. I was at 232 pounds. Okay. I'm 5'4", and it's heavy. So where I stand today, okay, let's go back. So 232 pounds. Yes. So where I stand today is I stepped on the scale this morning and I'm at 206. Okay. I haven't been 206 since, like, I don't even know if 2013. I tried to go into my my medical, files to see what my weights were back, and I've been living here in Oregon for like 15 years, and the medical records that go back there, I was still 208 in 2013. So for the longest time, I just kept telling myself, I just want to be under 200. I want to be under 200. And I'm getting there. This is, again, only my 5th one. I made this a year commitment. So, we have 6 more months to go, and I feel like I can get there. Who knows now? And so what I want to tell everybody is that this is so doable. It's one week. It's a little uncomfortable in the beginning, but after that, it's amazing. And again, during the off weeks, the rest of the month, I'm not perfect. There's a great program. It maps out what you should be eating, week 1, 2, and 3. And, I follow it loosely, but I don't stop living. And the pound still came off. That is where this program blows me away. That's it.
See, now you gave me the chills, and we spend, there's more MD PhDs in this company than anywhere else you're going to find in any nutrition companies. We dedicated our life to bring ethical science to people like you. We all left our clinical luxury life to come in and study fasting and fasting nutrition and bring this to people, and to live to see a day where diabetes could be reversed and see patients live successful with it and changing their life is the biggest reward we can ask for. So I want to appreciate you so much today for speaking out. I want to appreciate you for making yourself available and sharing your story with others. This is how we think we're going to grow. We're not here with multi-billion-dollar budgets and business marketing schemes. We're an ethical scientific company that's trying to reverse the disease in an ethical way. So angels and early adopters like yourself, can only amplify this voice, and I appreciate you for that.
No, it's my pleasure. I mean, whatever I can do, I would love to get the word out. I don't know what your plans are for for marketing this, but any way that I could be a part of it, I am happy to. I've done a testimonial for L-Nutra too. I was able to have an interview with the marketing company, I believe. So yeah, I'm a huge believer, huge fan. And it's funny because, you don't see it super marketed out there right now, and so it doesn't feel like, for me, it doesn't feel like, oh, the new trend, the new fad thing, this is legit. It really is legitimate. It's real.
Through grow through testimonials and through people who truthfully can say, I changed my life with it. It's not going to be pushed or over pushed, and it's going to follow ethical marketing and truthful results. So I appreciate you very, very, very much.
Thank you. I appreciate you too. Call me anytime.
Thank you very much.
Take care. Bye.